Alright guys, welcome back to Comicgeddon. This is our episode reviews. We've got quite a few episodes to get caught up on.
Which, by the way, right now I'm wearing slippers. Don't do what I do.
But we've got, like I said, we're going to mention Gotham and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. real quick, and Lucifer, because those...
Now, Gotham I'm an episode behind, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm an episode behind, and Legends of Tomorrow I'm an episode behind.
I'm caught up on Lucifer. I'm 2 or 3 episodes behind on Gotham. I'm the entire 2 seasons. I'm like so far behind on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm not even going to.
Now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. you're going to want to watch. Awesome.
Oh, yeah?
Perfect, yes.
Lucifer, I'm caught up on it. It's been kind of boring. I do like the route they're taking with Mom. Lucifer decided to kind of renege on the deal he made with Dad by returning Mom to hell. Instead, he's going to keep her in her human form. No more immortality, no more omnipotence.
No more phenomenal cosmic power.
Little bitty living space. She is human now.
She's mortal.
Yeah. I do like the route they've gone with that. Brother, I forget, he's losing his powers. His wings are, dying. Mazikeen Maze is becoming friends with the lady detective that Lucifer is obsessed with. And Bruce Maze and the detective are planning on getting a place together. They call themselves the it's kind of slow right now. Each episode is still pretty good, though. Just not worth talking too much about.
Okay. Well, let's do Gotham. So I think right now this might be our little, which we thought really highly of the first couple seasons. I think this might be my least favorite of the new seasons. And Gotham is just, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They've introduced the Mad Hatter, which we're both really excited about when they announced it, only to find out that the Mad Hatter is an incestual, murdering psychopath. His sister. And he's madly in love with her, and they have hinted at him doing stuff to her when she was younger. They went dark with this character. And I'm all for him being, a little kooky, and, because that's the Mad Hatter. I was hoping...
Kooky? Doing things with your sister is not kooky.
No. In comics and the
I don't even think the Joker would go that far.
In the comics and in the cartoons, he's always been portrayed as kooky. In the series here, he's not so much kooky as in incestual murderous. When I think of the Mad Hatter from Batman, I always think of the Roddy McDowall version of the Mad Hatter from the Batman animated series. I thought that was the perfect version of the Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter in the Arkham games is really good too.
Yeah. But I don't know, and I like who they got to play the Mad Hatter. I just think they went the wrong direction with the character. I'm glad they got rid of Bruce 2.0 already, kind of for right now. I'm not liking that at all. Well, I understand he's supposed to be like Thomas Wayne Jr. or whatever, but they're hinting at more that he was a clone. Is what it kind of seems like.
See, I'm a couple episodes behind on Gotham, so how'd they get rid of him? Because last time I saw he cut his hair off.
He cut his hair, pretended to be Bruce, got Selena to kiss him, even after she figured out that he's not Bruce. And then he decided, after Alfred and the real Bruce found him, that he's leaving. And as he's leaving, the Court of Owls picked him up and took off. And that was last week's episode. I didn't watch this week's episode, so I don't know what's going on this week.
So I'm going to have to get caught up on
that. Right now I'm not. We got Jim Gordon, who's now a bounty hunter.
You got Barbara, who's turning into Harley Quinn.
I don't know what the hell she's turning into. Honestly, she's taken over what looks like maybe Fish Mooney's bar or something like that.
I did like, however, why Fish Mooney left Penguin alive when.
Yes.
That was good. It was almost like a motherly.
And he didn't. I do like where they're going with Penguin. Yeah. So far, their direction with Penguin for the last these 3 seasons have been awesome. They're taking the Batman Returns approach and trying to make him mayor, which I think he did get elected mayor actually. So yeah, I mean that is really cool.
And I like that they
How
brought
many episodes are you behind?
2 or 3.
Okay, pay attention. Let me know next week. Does it look like he's getting a little bigger?
Okay.
It looks like he might be getting a little chubbier in the face, especially. So
I kind of like the skinny penguin though.
I want him to see. I want him to pork out a little bit. Not maybe so much, but and I like their dynamic between him and Edward Nygma too.
Yeah.
I think that.
I really like what they're doing with Nygma. How they released him from Arkham, and I didn't catch
Butch
the episode.
is jealous. Oh my God, Butch is so fucking jealous right now. He's no longer Penguin's right hand man. It's Edward, and Butch is really like, bitch, get off my Kool-Aid. Here he is. Liking Gotham though. There's a lot of cons. Maybe after they get rid of the Mad Hatter storyline, but I don't get creeped out easily. This Mad Hatter storyline has kind of creeped me out.
Yeah, it sounds like it creeped anyone out, really.
Well, I mean,
whoever thought about that is.
He's going after his sister because he loves her, and then you find out from Alice that he loves. Then we got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which again, one episode behind. I know you're pretty far behind. This season is Ghost Rider. Now it's not the
not Dan Ketch,
it's not Johnny Blaze. It's not Johnny Blaze. It's the new guy.
Robbie Ray.
Thank you, Robbie Ray. And so it's the version where he's driving the muscle car. However, his appearance looks like Ghost Rider. I mean, kudos to Marvel for getting their character back and actually doing it right. I mean, it's not like I said, it's not the one everybody wanted to see, but it makes sense for the show. And if you're a Walking Dead fan, the guy who plays his brother in a wheelchair is actually Nick. Nick from Fear the Walking Dead, right? That Nick? Is it Nick?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you watch all of Fear the Walking Dead?
Not all Fear the Walking Dead.
The little asshole brat who who took off and Travis went after him.
Yeah.
Right? His name is Nick?
I think so.
Or is Nick the...
Nick is the older
high
bro.
one.
Yeah,
he's the high one.
Yeah.
Who the hell is...
I can't remember,
I
but
can't
who
remember
cares?
his name. Anyway, he's now the brother of Robbie Reyes in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Handicapped brother.
I'd like to see a handicapped Ghost Rider sometime. A Ghost Rider in a wheelchair.
With the flames.
If you thought Daredevil won awards from handicapped...
I can't swing the chain. Oh God, even worse. I cannot feel the chain. Come here so I can stare at you. Yeah, Stephen Hawking needs to be Ghost Rider. And we love Stephen Hawking, so we're not making fun of him. We're kind of trying to joke with him. If he was here, I'm sure he'd laugh. Ha 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 ha. You are an asshole. Ha 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 ha.
Fuck you, John.
I'm going home. I do not have to take this. I am going home.
No, you do have to take it. Just put a board under his... Put a board under his front wheel.
Put it through the spokes. You ain't going nowhere. We are going to hell. Yeah. We're making fun of the handicap. We're going to hell. We're going to get so many bad fucking comments.
Hey, views are views, man.
People are going to stop coming into my... People have already started to stop coming into my store. Now I know why.
I would like...
Time to get off of Ghost Rider.
You were on Ghost Rider?
It was hot, too.
Bump.
So, anyway, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s going really good. I guess
Supergirl.
we're going order. Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow. So, Supergirl Season 2. Okay, so last season here on Comicgeddon, like I always said, I put the show down. I only watched 2 episodes. I decided to go ahead and actually binge watch the hell out of the first season before the second season started on CW so I could check it out. Because Superman's going to be on there. We'll get into that. And if you watched it from first episode on, it's actually a really good show. A lot of the things I didn't like about it, most of the things I didn't like about it actually got fixed during the season. Like I was not happy with what they did with Hank Henshaw, only to find out it's actually a Martian Manhunter. I liked a lot of the inside jokes that they did. I'm still really, not happy with Jimmy Olsen.
I really think that Hank Henshaw's mind went into
her dad.
Yeah,
maybe
Danvers.
We'll find out this season.
I think it's going to be a really good homage to Dean
I'm still not happy with Jimmy Olsen. I'm still in season 2 not happy with Jimmy Olsen. I did, and Cat Grant actually ended up growing on me. I actually like Cat Grant. So no, in season 1 of I actually really started to like it. Actually then we of course now we get into season 2, which the first 2 episodes are on 3rd episode starting next week, right? Monday is the 3rd episode.
I think
it was only supposed to be 2 episodes with Superman. And we ended that this episode.
Yeah, that's true.
This last episode. So
I really like what they've done with Superman.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If it wasn't for Christopher Reeve, this guy would be my favorite Superman because he did an excellent.
I was very
phenomenal job.
I was very concerned with the super brow, but it looks like they trimmed it up pretty good before the season started.
And nothing.
He is a great Clark Kent.
I like his Clark Kent and his Superman. He did an excellent job.
The only thing I didn't like about the Superman costume was the shoulder pads.
It was kind of almost Superman Prime type looking. Yeah. The first couple episodes was really cool. The second episode, of course, we got our introduction to Metallo, which was really cool. I don't think Metallo's ever been portrayed that way before. Like,
I think they should have brought Brian Austin Green back as Metallo.
He was good. Yeah. He was probably too busy banging Megan Fox, though.
Yeah.
Bastard. And then, of course, we had the devices made for those S's. That was really cool. It prevented them from being attacked from the kryptonite.
All Metallo would have had to done was adjust a little bit and shoot him in the head or something. All it protected was the chest.
Just Supergirl for getting vibe on the show. Oh, I mean not vibe, but win. They're stealing from the Flash, man. They're stealing from the Flash. Now the things we didn't like. Cat Grant's left. Jimmy Olsen has taken over, which again now makes me dislike that character even more.
Yeah. Jimmy Olsen has always been Superman's pal. He's always been,
I did like the interaction between him and Superman, what little interaction they had on the show. Yeah. You expected a little bit more between them.
Yeah, they kind of made Win more of the Jimmy Olsen.
Win should have been.
Yeah.
Let's see. And of course, we got upcoming Jimmy Olsen is going to be the new Guardian. First off, I want to say I'm not happy with him being the Guardian. Second of all, I hate that costume. Second of all, I'm waiting for the jokes and comments about the costume being white on a black guy. Because deep down, they say we all want us to be white.
That's on you, man.
Chasing Amy. I'm quoting Chasing Amy. It's not true. I'm not liking. It looks more like a knight costume, like a knight's. Like
they did get the shield right. It's just the wrong color.
Where's the gold and the blue?
Yeah,
gold and blue,
or even gold and black, like
gold.
They did with the with Guardian on Young Justice.
Yeah, and I think what a lot of people are upset right now is because it was always hinted at Deagle was going to be Guardian. Yeah. Instead, they've created a new character called Trojan. Spartan. It's close.
No. Trojans are what you put on before.
No, I don't.
Hear that?
Yeah, I'm overdue.
Hear that, Cindy? John wants a little baby.
So, what are your thoughts on this season, Supergirl? I mean, for the most part, I'm liking it so far.
I'm liking
only 2 episodes in.
Next week we're gonna get Ms. Martian.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yes. I like the direction they're heading with.
Where the fuck is Linda Carter? She's supposed to be on this.
She's gonna be the president.
I know. I want to see Linda Carter.
I'm liking the direction.
President.
I'm really liking the direction they're heading with.
The Academy is hinting at something big for Kara's foster father, Dean Cain.
I truly 100% believe that somehow Hank Henshaw's mind got put into Danvers' body, and he's going to be the cyborg Superman.
And I like their version of Cadamus, because everyone in Cadamus is like this secret underground facility that I think Lex Luthor originally created. And of course,
and they used the Oracle.
And those who are wondering, Supergirl is not supposed to be in the same universe as the Arrowverse. So, although we do have a major.
I think that's one of the things that might have changed with the Flashpoint.
Yeah. You want to go to the Flash?
Sure, why not?
Let's move the Flash.
The rival's been killed.
The Flash. Twice,
yeah. Got Dr. Alchemy, who's messing with people's genes.
Dr. Alchemy is giving people who had powers in the Flashpoint universe their powers in the present universe.
We got Jesse Quick.
We got Jesse Quick finally, who did not get her powers from Alchemy. She's got her powers on Earth 2.
And her costume looks pretty badass.
Not.
I like it. I don't like the
mask.
No,
I like the costume. I was Wells, the whole episode, like, not. In fact, they're like, wait, they still say that on Earth 2? And Quick is like, no, just him. So Wells, throughout the whole episode, somebody would say something, and he's like, not. Like he was on Wayne's World.
We got to see Jay Garrick again.
We got to see Jay Garrick, who's scolding Barry Allen for continuously fucking with time. We have theories about Wally West.
Not really a whole lot, though, with Flash, other than what we've already mentioned.
Yeah.
He tried to repair the Flashpoint,
We have Caitlin, who has hints now of super frost powers.
We did finally get to see Vibe in
the first appearance of episode there. He's pretty mad at Barry, rightfully so.
Not anymore.
He'll screw up time for his family, but he won't screw up time for
He was
Carlos.
pretty ticked off at Barry, but
he
got over it.
Yeah. And there are hints that we will
Arrow's kind of starting to
up and
down.
Well, no, Arrow's picked up for me a little bit. It's still better than last season. I like how Arrow's got his new Arrow family he's building. I'm not liking Watchdog.
We finally got to see Mr. Terrific in costume last week.
No, we got the character you've been wanting to see since Arrow started, Ragman.
He does have kind of cool powers.
Actually, I actually like Ragman.
He's kind of Marvel or DC's version of Spawn.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean,
way before.
I mean, Marvel's version of Spawn would be Night Watch. So.
But yeah, we actually have some main characters. We have Ragman. We have Mr. Terrific in full Mr. Terrific costume with
Artemis, who hasn't really appeared in costume yet, but
we have
Watchdog is just a.
We have Felicity, who finally admitted to the character of Ragman that she bombed the crap out of his town,
and he just kind of turned and walked away.
So we don't know what's going to happen.
Deadshot is back.
Deadshot's alive.
For picking up that comic kind of reminded me.
Deadshot because thank you, Barry. Something Barry actually did right.
Yeah.
He screwed up time, but we brought Deadshot back. Because
it's not Will Smith.
No, it's actually the good Deadshot. It's actually the good Deadshot. Also, something we found out: Diggle doesn't have a daughter anymore. Now he has a son because of the time Flashpoint crap.
Not only a son, but a much older son.
He's Diggle Jr.
Yeah.
So Barry screwed up a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how you screw up the gender of another child. I don't know how that works.
Well,
Barry, what did you do? You got some splaining to do, son. Is that baby white? That's wrong. He is the fastest man on the planet. I'm going to hell.
Yes, all right, so let's move on to Legends of Tomorrow.
Which I'm only an episode behind, so I didn't get to see the.
We got to see the Justice Society of America.
Was it Mirror Master? Was in this episode correct?
No.
I thought we were supposed to get Mirror Master.
Mirror Master is on next week's episode of The Flash.
So it's Mirror Master and it was Captain Cold next episode.
Yes.
See, I was afraid. I missed Justice Society of America. I really was looking forward to that.
That's another thing that Barry fixed was Captain
Cold is alive.
Yeah.
And it's the correct Captain Cold. Yeah. It's not somebody different playing it. So. But he's
a
villain again.
Yeah.
He's not a legend.
But let's go on to Legends of Tomorrow. We got the JSA in this episode. We got Obsidian has some pretty cool powers. He didn't talk at all, but it kind of makes me wonder if Alan Scott is going to be introduced at some point.
I hope
because
so.
Obsidian is Alan Scott's son.
I'd love to see a live action version of Green Lantern on TV.
I mean, we kind of got to see him in Smallville, but
we got to see the ring and the power battery. I think that's about it.
We got to see him being hauled off to a mental.
Yes, that's right. But the first episode of Legends, though, Rip is missing.
Yeah, Rip is Steel.
We're getting
the new Steel is going to be
The
introduced.
first episode, we got our first glimpse of the formation of the Legion of Doom.
They're really starting to.
Which was Damien Dark and Reverse Flash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What
and now they're bringing in some Nazi dude that is like.
Hitler's gonna be part of the Legion of Doom.
No, it's not Hitler. It's one of his higher ups that turns into like a super soldier type deal. Some
Captain Nazi?
Hulk looking dude.
Is it Solomon Grundy? Please tell me.
That's what I thought at first, but it's not Solomon Grundy.
All I know is if we don't get a Darth Vader head fortress, I'm gonna be very upset. And there has to be a voiceover. Currently, the Legion of Doom. Like that needs to be like Carlos's thing. He needed to hint at that. Like, where are they at? Oh, they're over here. Curly.
Kind of makes you wonder how Eobard Thawne is going to cross over into Supergirl's universe.
Well, he can move through.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I mean, he was faster than Barry. That was the problem.
Yeah.
And then Barry got that little thing strapped to his chest, and that's how we got him over on Supergirl, which we didn't know about until 2 episodes later in Flash, because CBS wouldn't hold off on the episode.
Yeah. But they had some pretty cool costumes. Stargirl looked just like she was taken out of the comics. Yeah. Obsidian looked like he was taken right out of the comics. You know, she looked like she was taken out of the comics. Commander Steel. It's Commander Steel, right?
Captain Commander. Just call him Steel.
Yeah.
God, that's all. Maybe we'll get a version of Steel at some point. It's gotta be Shaq. It's gotta be Shaq.
Dr. Midnight looked like they took him right out of the comics.
I saw that. This season, a lot of ups and downs. The ratings for all the shows, including Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., has gone down. We're presumably assuming because of the playoffs and football just started.
Right there.
So, which we're going to get into a little bit.
We're going to talk about the Chicago Cubs here in a little bit.
So, all in all, though, I think it's right now they're just starting off. They're just coming back. Some of them pretty strong, some of them not so strong, and I think for the most part we're just out of a 10. It's a strong 5 across the board right now. I'm not going to get too.
Let's talk a little bit about Supernatural. I know you think it should have been canceled a long, long time ago, but
I'm not the only one.
I'll
tell you what. You're the Supernatural guy. I'm going to take care of this stuff over here.
Okay.
You talk Supernatural. I know nothing except that it should have ended.
Supernatural. They brought in the Men of Letters from Great Britain, who they've kind of united the Men of Letters and the Hunters over in Europe. And they've warded every entrance to Europe against demons and vampires. So anytime some supernatural creature crosses their borders, they know it instantly. They can go take care of it. No fuss, no muss. But now they're bringing the Men of Letters over to America, and they do not like the Winchesters. All the apocalypses the Winchesters have brought upon the earth. So they're also Mary Winchester. So that's back. Kind of there's a new dynamic there. Dean remembers Mary growing up with her, or growing up around her and everything, but Sam was a baby whenever she was killed by the yellow-eyed demon. So there's that whole new dynamic there. It's starting off pretty good. Lucifer's coming back. He's trying to regain his throne. Lucifer's not really helping things. And next, we're going to do a toy review.